Tell me about this thing.
This is a fish and cheese puff, and you can make it with just about any kind of fish you have at home. I've tried it with walleye and crappie and steelhead, and there's a big difference. Some people really love it with the steelhead, and some people really love it with the crappie. It tastes fishier with the steelhead. That's why I made two different kinds here. That's it. It's very simple, and it's a really good thing to do, like when you can have bunch of company, you don't want to have to do something at the last minute because you have to put it in the freezer for at least a half hour. You could have it in the freezer the day before or 2 days before, and you just stick it in the oven 20 minutes before you eat, and it's ready.
Any tricks to preparing it that make it especially good? Can you botch it up by doing anything?
I've made it all different ways. I mean, you can vary that. You can put a different kind of cheese if you want. Whatever you like best. Yeah, you can just change it all around. I don't think you can mess it up.
How did this come about?
It started out with the recipe that I got from a good friend with crab meat, and then I just I thought, well, why not use fish? I don't have crab meat in my freezer, but I got lots of fish. I started out a way to use fish up.
While the judges savor these morsels of fish and cheese snack by Bobby Lyons from Prudenville, we'll meet the second contestant in our appetizer category, Eva Pecan from Posen with North Country Spread.
Well, you have homemade pepper relish and some celery diced up very fine and a little bit of dill pickle and some Beck's mustard, a couple tablespoons in mayonnaise.
What's so hot about this recipe anyway?
It's a good way to use up leftover roast. In a different way. You get tired of warming it up in gravy, and I think this is a throwback to years and years ago in the Depression when it was waste not, want not. And my mother always ground up everything to recycle it. And it's good on crackers or for a sandwich. It's very good. You can adjust it. It's a very adjustable recipe. You don't have to have any special amount of meat, and put in whatever suits you. If you want more onions in it, you put more onions. If you'd rather have sweet pickles, put sweet pickles in it.
Did this recipe come from your mom?
Well, other than it's kind of like ham salad, I guess. We used to grind up everything and use everything.
So the magic question is, what's in here?
Venison.
Leftover roast?
Leftover venison roast.
Now that both dishes have been presented to the judges, let's hear their candid comments, starting with Mr. Michigan Outdoors, Mort Neff.
I'll tell you, Bob, between you and me, I'm hard-pressed to choose between these two. But this cheese snack with that little Tabasco drop on it, that really makes it, doesn't it? I don't know. Of course, this so-called leftover here, I don't think that's leftover. That's a prime mover right there.
It's too good to be leftover. It would never be leftover in our house.
Are you going to make
Oh, I wouldn't touch that line with a 10-foot spoon. Now let's hear from Roger McCarville.
I like the ease of the roll there. It's just an English muffin, and you put the fish and the cheese on it, and you're on your way with a nice hors d'oeuvre. But I really did get caught up in the North Country. It's just delicious.
And now the voice of our professional chef, John McKenzie.
Oh, they're both excellent recipes, very excellent recipes. The cheeses are very mild and they don't overpower the taste of the fish. Comes through nice and flavorful. It's very good. And the array of spices in the pate are mixed really well. They accent each other very well. Just the right spices. I think it's the cook more than the recipe.
There's no doubt the skill of the chef can make or break a dish. Now let's find out how the judges scored.
Mort Neff, how do you vote?
I'm going to vote for the North Country Spread.
Bob Garner?
I'm going to agree with Mort, but it's close. North Country Spread.
John McKenzie, our chef.
They are both wonderful. I'm partial to the fish and cheese snack.
Roger McCarville, do we have a tie?
Oh, no. I'm all North Country.
North Country Spread. Bobby, it had to be close. Oh, I imagine. Congratulations on that. That was the winner? Of course, both of your
The winner, Eva Pecan from Posen with North Country Spread. Bobby Lyons was barely edged out, but both of these recipes are winners and would have been a hit at any party or dinner. Our next course is Chowder Soups and Stews. Ron Mast from the Flint Bowman entered a modified stir-fry recipe, competing against a traditional chowder. Let's hear from Ron about his concoction.
What is in there?
Well, it's probably 3 of the best foods for you, plus the venison. You've got broccoli, you've got cabbage, and then cauliflower, which is really good for you. And, of course, the venison Polish sausage, which no doubt anybody would like that, even without it that. But when you put them all together, and it really kind of adds to it. And
Well,
a lot of people that don't like broccoli or cauliflower or something like that, cooked, you put it in this, and even my kids will eat it.
Well, is this a broccoli cauliflower campaign or what?
No, that's really, that's some of the best foods for you. I mean, you sit in these long winters, and you got to have something to use your venison for. And so we just kind of played with it, and we found something we like, and we eat it at least 2-3 times a week. And of course, like I say, it's good for you and get you through the winter months until next hunting season.
How'd you come about this?
Playing with it. We used to try some stir fries, and then we started adding different stuff to it. And finally, this is the way we like it the best. And so
Any trick to cooking it?
don't overcook it. If you overcook it, it gets soggy. And I don't think cauliflower or broccoli and that tastes too good soggy, or cabbage. It's got to have a little bit of crispness to it.
As the judges dig into their venison, Mary Fortin has prepared her Michigan salmon chowder. Mary's been a finalist for the 3rd year now. She's a very innovative cook, and this chowder has a few original twists.
What do you have in here? Doesn't look like there's any milk.
No, there's no milk. There's potatoes and green peppers and celery and green onions, bacon, and your salmon, and some white wine and a little cornstarch and water to thicken it.
How'd you come across this recipe?
It was, didn't want to fry the salmon, didn't want to bake the salmon, so I cleaned the refrigerator out and added a little of this and a little of that and got the recipe.
You do a lot of inventing in the kitchen, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Sunday's my day, and that's where I stay in the kitchen and cook. Put a little of this together and that, see what happens.
Have you done that because you were bored cooking, or because you have a little Mr. Wizard streak in you?
My dad cooked a lot, and I'm from the old country. My mother and dad were from Portugal. And basically that's what we did. We ate and we cooked. And that was the way we went. So I enjoy it, I really do. I like putting things together, especially with venison and fish. If you got it at your disposal, you might as well use it.
Why this recipe to enter? Why did you choose this one out of all the chowders I'm sure you've made?
Sutton's Bay likes it. And that's about the end of it. My family loves it, and my husband stated it's a winner, and I said, okay. And Sutton's Bay's got the recipe, and they love it, so that's why I entered it.
A mild chowder versus a spicy sausage. Let's see how they compete.
Polish sausage stir-fried venison. And it has everything in it that I don't think I like. But boy, does it taste good. I can't get over that. And then with the cheese and the butter, it was just very, very good.
Well, these both are very good. I had to thoroughly taste test these a couple of times to make sure they were good. The chowder, the way the potatoes are chunked and the fish is formed real nice, still holds together in the soup itself, and a little bit of bacon parsley gives it a real nice, appealing look to it. It looks very good and has a good flavor. It tastes good. And this venison sausage, the vegetables, they're not overcooked or undercooked. They got just the right texture to them. That sausage is spiced just the way I like it. The chowder, it's you can see how it takes. You have to take it off the heat the right time. The potato stays in its nice form, makes a nice appetizing look and a texture in your mouth when you eat it. Some chowders will break down, they turn real sloppy, they don't look good either. This chowder's got a real nice form and texture. She prepared it very well.
All I'd like to point out is the two recipes are real dichotomy. One, you never...
What was that?
Dichotomy.
What does that mean?
That's not the name of the recipe.
No, what I'm pointing out here is you don't usually think of a stir fry as being something, in a super chowder category, something pre-dinner, pre-main course, yet this is very apropos for that. And the other thing with the chowders is I tend to think of them as thicker, milkier, and this is kind of a thinner, transparent liquid on this chowder, and it is also excellent. So that's why I say these recipes are kind of a dichotomy for the category.
All right.
And also he said they were apropos.
So.
Which one is apropos and which dichotomy?
Together they're a dichotomy.
You call this a thin dish? Look at here. This is so full of protein and so delicious.
But look at the liquid. The liquid is transparent.
It's transparent. Is that good?
Yeah,
Tastes good.
it tastes great.
And as far as the venison stir fry, the Polish venison stir fry is concerned, it's just a matter of appetite. Now, for me, I think the flavoring, the seasoning is a little too high in the venison, so I'm going to make a choice on the salmon chowder.
Well, Mort, you already gave away your vote.
She is a former champion, isn't she?
Oh, yes. Mary certainly is.
Well, it's not right for me to vote for that then, just because she's a champion?
No, that's your vote.
That's my vote. I
Okay.
think that salmon chowder is super.
Bob Garner.
I think the salmon chowder is super, but just because it's different, and I really like the way it came out, I'm going to go with a venison Polish sausage stir fry.
John McKenzie.
I'm going with the venison Polish sausage stir fry also. It's very rich, very enjoyable.
Now we're down to Raj McCarville. Do we have a tie?
No, I think that the venison stir fry, those vegetables in there, they're just fantastic.
I'll be darned. Mary, Sutton's Bay will probably love the venison Polish sausage stir fry too.
Oh, sure.
But that was, you had to be close. You got Mort's vote. You got Mort's vote.
Oh, yeah.
It was great. It was
Did
great.
you ever see a Polish sausage take a hook?
In a close race, Ron Mask from Burton walked off with the title. We have 3 categories to go. Give our contestants a round of applause and stay tuned. We have a lot more coming up. Our next category of recipes is fish entrees with salmon lasagna by Gail Ann Brandt from Potterville and salmon pate, an interesting dish by Gary Ware from Hastings.
That is ham. It's used to line the mold. The texture is, gosh, I don't know. It's very finely pulverized pate. It's what it is.
Now you adorn this with a hot pepper?
Yes, I did cause people to be a little cautious. I did warn them beforehand, yes. It's just to brighten it up a little bit.
Not intended to be eaten?
No, this is just a garnish. No.
How much does the look of a dish make? What difference does that make to the people who are eating it? Do the kids say, get all that stuff out of the way?
Some kids may. Our belief is that if you're going to spend all the time on the water fishing, you ought to take a few minutes to, a couple of extra minutes to make a nice meal. And I think part of it is the presentation.
What's in this one?
Salmon, of course. This is predominantly king salmon with a little bit of coho. We have shrimp and a little bit of crab meat, all kind of ground up in a food processor.
What is it that you think the judges are going to like about this?
Well, I think it's a little different than your normal grilled salmon, your fish boil salmon. We hear so often salmon fishermen say, I'm so sick of salmon, I couldn't eat another piece of it. That's precisely why we began experimenting with salmon, so that we could come up with something a little different than the normal.
Is it complicated, though?
No, it's really simple. It looks complicated, but it takes a couple extra minutes and you're there.
Well, the judges are marveling, no doubt, at the beauty of Gary's salmon pate, but the competition in this category is Gail Ann's salmon lasagna, another rather creative dish.
Is this like a normal lasagna except made with fish?
It's basically a normal lasagna with a combination of cottage cheese and ricotta cheese.
It does. It has the Noodles, or lasagna noodles? or-
Lasagna noodles on the bottom, and then the cottage cheese and ricotta cheese. And then you take the top part, which is the salmon that's mixed in. There's celery and onions and some garlic. And you kind of cook that down till the onions are translucent. And then you add a can of cream of mushroom soup, and you add some pesto sauce. And pesto sauce is a combination of basil and Parmesan cheese, and also some parsley and a little bit of garlic.
How did you ever think of salmon lasagna? Did you find this recipe somewhere?
I had seen a recipe about 10 years ago and had tried it. It was from the West Coast, and it was for clam lasagna. And my family does not like clams. So because of the fact that we our fishing family, I thought I'd kind of play around with it, and this is what I came up with.
Did you have to do anything different using
Yes.
salmon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's, you had to change the recipe, and I didn't like as much garlic in it. I don't like my lasagna to be an instant replay for 3 days.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
No. So I just decided that I'd cut down on the garlic and increase the pesto sauce. And it's, it's made a real good dish, one that we really enjoy.
What's the reaction of people when they taste this?
First of all, they want to know what's in it. And then the next thing they want to do is get the recipe.
Oh.
They are both excellent dishes. For one thing, the presentation of the salmon pate is just overpowering. You look very, very appetizing on the plate. Very, very good presentation. But the lasagna is very hearty. It's very good also. It has a lot of cheese, a lot of fish, and real high-quality pasta. It's a real nice all-around dish.
But you don't like lasagna, do you, John?
Yes, I do. One of my favorites.
You ever served any here in your restaurant?
Yes, it's one of our specialties. We serve a lot of lasagna.
So what does it look like to you? Would you serve fish lasagna at Coyle's?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. Yep, we have a smorgasbord. This would hold up very well on it. It wouldn't dry out. It would hold up very well. I'd be proud to serve that dish.
Great. Great. What about the looks of the plate? Does that help sell you on it?
Who could you couldn't resist trying that recipe. If somebody told you there were 6 ingredients in it you couldn't stand, you'd have to try the recipe because it looks so good. And the lasagna is very plain looking, but very excellent tasting.
Well, I've never tasted such a display as this in the lasagna department. This pate right here is so beautifully decorated. How can you resist it? Look at this baby king crab in here. It's all fish. I mean, that's just great. And show me anybody who doesn't like to go salmon fishing. And let them taste this, they'll be converted to fishing right away. I think they're both great.
Roger McCarville, you a lasagna man or a salmon loaf man?
I turned out to be lasagna tonight.
Now, I would suspect with Mr. Lasagna of Coyle's Restaurant, John McKenzie.
I can't help it. I love the lasagna.
2 for lasagna. Bob Garner, boy, this could go either way.
Yeah, I guess I have to go for the lasagna.
Mort?
Close.
I am going the same way, the lasagna.
Now, what can you judges say to poor Gary, who nary got...
It was so close, Gary. You'll never know how close it was. This stuff is excellent. Excellent. They're both excellent dishes. Excellent dishes.
I'll say in appearance, he'd win.
Oh, yeah.
The dish is beautifully served. That would be a winner. But for taste, I still take the lasagna.
I'll be darned. Fish lasagna. Who would have ever guessed? Congratulations,
Thank you
Gail.
very much.
You're both winners. Didn't they do one heck of a job there?
Small game recipes, we have 2 that both contain rabbit. But pheasant, grouse, squirrel, any upland game would be just as good. First, the mesquite and tangy rabbit with Betty Trigg from Owasso.
Well, it's just basically a rabbit and thrown on top. There's some, well, there's a bay leaf, onion, celery, and mesquite and tangy barbecue sauce.
Is that what makes the recipe, that barbecue sauce, or what is it?
I do believe so.
I heard the judges say this was extremely tender.
It's pressure cooked.
That's how you do all your small game?
I'm not much of a cook, so, you know,
Not much of a cook. How'd you end up in the contest?
by accident.
Well, tell me about that.
Well, it was a necessity is a mother of invention type deal. I procrastinated. He had gotten these rabbits the day before, and I waited till about an hour before he was going to come home for lunch or for supper, and I had to do something then, so I threw it in the pot, threw a bunch of the stuff on it, and it turned out good.
So this was an original invention.
Oh, yeah. And they actually said it was good, so
Maybe we
that was
should
quite
call
a
this
compliment.
Betty's Panic Rabbit recipe.
That sounds good.
Tough competition for Betty is Karen Flint from Newport, who has a small game casserole she tells us about.
Well, we have rabbit, and we have broccoli, we have rice, we have cheese, some cream of mushroom soup, and a little bit of celery and onion.
Sounds to me like one of the high popularity type of recipes.
Oh, it's very popular in our home.
Where'd you come by this?
Well-
Is this a chicken recipe that you decided to put rabbit in?
No, I've been making broccoli rice casserole for many years, and one day we had some leftover rabbit, not enough to feed the family, but we certainly didn't want to throw it out, so my husband suggested I put the rabbit in there, and so that's how it came about.
Do you always do this with rabbit?
No, not usually, only when we have some leftover. I'll put it in this casserole like this.
So you don't put the raw meat in? It's all cooked?
No, I usually bake my rabbit, and that's how we like it. And then when we have leftovers, we put it in the casserole.
Pheasant?
Pheasant, squirrel would also be delicious in it.
Ever tried venison?
No, I've never tried venison.
So you stick to the lighter meat.
Right.
This one's rich and creamy, not the opposite of spicy, real rich, mild. This had a little sweet and sour tang to it, but not enough where it makes the food sickening. It was very good.
The rabbit, you think you could almost take, be out hunting and sit down and cook it the way this came out. It feels like, they cooked it out in the woods and brought it in. It's very tasty. It falls right off the bones. Very good. The other one is casserole. And it has, again, all the things I told my mother I'd never eat. And they taste delicious. It's going to be a hard choice.
Garner, what's this I hear about you and Mort having a few disagreements?
Well, I like plenty of food. Mort likes smaller portions.
That's exactly right. It's a matter of quantity. It's all we disagree over.
I like a healthy forkful, too, and Mort kind of picks at it a little bit. Both of these recipes do justice to rabbit. Most people, when they cook rabbit, they cook the daylights out of it, and it's tough. These recipes are both tender, and the rabbit is very, very tasty in both. And it's really neat because they're totally different presentations. Just, but very, very excellent, high-quality dishes.
These two recipes are poles apart, Fred. They really are. They're both rabbit involved, but one of them is for the aficionado of the wild game dish who really wants a meaty, tasty, and plenty of rabbit. This is it right here. This casserole dish is, to my taste, entirely different. The rabbit is not predominant in it. The vegetables are, but the flavors of both of them I find very appetizing. I'd like to have a little bit of both.
This looks like the tightest competition yet this evening. I don't know how they're leaning. Do you?
No?
We can't tell. Let's start with Raj McCarville. Raj, how do you lean?
A difficult choice, but I'm going with the real rabbit on the bone.
Rabbit on the bone. Okay, we got the mesquite rabbit. John McKenzie.
I have to agree. I enjoy the full rabbit roast.
I'll be darned. Now, Bob Garner, rabbit aficionado.
Boy, flip a coin. They're great, but I'll go with the casserole.
Okay, now Mort Neff is going to have to decide this.
Well, I would almost abstain. I really hate to vote for either one of them as a choice, but must I?
You must.
I'll take the casserole.
The casserole. That means we have a tie. Now, let's get the judges together. You better mull this out. We may have to take a break here while the judges mull this over. Go ahead and get the judges mulling. We're going to have to find out. What did you say, John?
I suggest you arm wrestle for it.
I'm an arm wrestler with a guy who cuts meat for a living and swishes big soup bowl.
I don't know if you guys understand, you know, how nice that roast is. The rabbit on those.
Well, you know,
those
for
that comes, falls
$20
right
bucks, I could be persuaded, Raj.
All right.
No, I really like that, well, I don't know.
I tell you, it's a close call myself.
Why don't we do it all over again? Start all over again. I'm
Okay.
deciding.
Okay, take a bite each.
Yeah,
and-
bite it. All right.
Okay.
All right.
There they go.
Count 10.
Boy, this is a tough one. They don't want to relinquish their attitudes.
How that meat falls off the bone.
Pretty incredible, isn't it? But take a casserole, guys. Isn't that a blend of ingredients like you haven't tasted before?
It is.
Could we
That's
mix
excellent.
the two together and then vote?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Can we have a consensus one way or the other?
I'm
Gonna change your vote?
gonna change either one of you two gonna change your vote?
I'll defer to the gentleman on the end, the more experienced eater down there, Mr. Neff.
Mort, Neff, you get to decide. You're going to stick with the casserole?
I am gonna stick with a casserole.
That's as tough a competition as we've had. Karen, you just edged out by this is a rabbit recipe, but you edged out by a hair. It was that close. Betty, congratulations. That was great. That was great.
One more category to go, our venison entrees. They're going to be coming up right after this break for your local PBS station, the home of Michigan Outdoors, 52 weeks a year. The final category in our 1988 Fish and Wild Game Cook-Off, venison entrees. A meatloaf squares off against a stroganoff concocted by Sue Shoemaker from Roscommon.
So tell me about this recipe. Is there anything different about this recipe than a
Regular stroganoff?
Yeah.
Probably the fact that I just put a lot of different spices, a little bit of everything in there. There are some chives, which might be different, some parsley, there's sour cream, a little bit of wine. That's really about it. It's pretty typical for most stroganoff recipes.
Do you do anything different with the venison?
No, just be sure that it's cut properly with all the fell off and small bite-sized pieces. That's about it.
Where'd this recipe come from? Just
A little bit of different stroganoff recipes. My mom's old recipe from beef and doctored it up a little, and here it is.
Do you have to do anything with stroganoff since you're cooking with sour cream to any pitfalls?
I think it's best to cook it slowly when possible, otherwise it'll tend to separate a bit. But that's probably the key. One thing I like about this recipe is you can put it in a crock pot once you've cooked it, have it going all day when you're out skiing or doing whatever out of doors, and when you come back you've got a great meal waiting for you.
They seem to be enjoying it. We're scooping up, I think, thirds down here. And you know, and this is, we've already gone through all these other categories, and these judges are going
They're
strong.
still going, huh?
Yeah.
Sue Stroganoff is one of my favorite type dishes, but so's meatloaf. And Angela Maynard from Madison Heights has an interesting sauce for the top.
What is in there? Is there pickles or potatoes or what?
No, this is elk ground up. This is onions. And there's Kellogg's croutons scrunched up in here. And then it's really a basic meatloaf recipe. There's egg and some milk in it. And then the sauce, is the best part. It has ketchup and mustard and brown sugar.
Ooh,
And
in
you
the
put that-
sauce.
yeah. And what happened was I was making this meatloaf and I ran out of my usual cracker crumbs. So I think it was in December, and I had this stuffing mix. So I decided, well, I can crunch that up and use it. So that's how I got this recipe.
Did the family like it better with that?
Yeah, yeah. They all liked it better. They liked the sauce, though.
Oh,
That was the thing. 'cause
How'd you
it's
come?
sweet.
How'd you come across
Well,
the sauce?
When I was younger, I used to make dinner while my mom was the brownie leader, you know. And I was trying to think of that sauce I used to put on the meatloaf. But all I could remember from it was the brown sugar, the ketchup, and the mustard. There's other ingredients, but I didn't remember those at the time, and so I just kind of threw it together. And I work full time, so when I want something quick and easy, I just throw it together and stick it in the oven, and then it's all in the same dish. I can serve it, and less dishes to wash. I go for anything easy.
A lot of appeal there.
Yeah.
So I like the rice, and the gravy with the stroganoff is very good, and the venison's very tasty.
Can you tell it's venison? I mean, could you tell if it was beef?
No, and that's what I was going to say about the next one. It's a shame beef can't taste as good. This is delicious, the meatloaf and the sauce on the top. They're both excellent venison dishes.
John McKenzie, our chef.
Yes, I enjoy them both also. Very interesting. The water chestnut with the venison gives that crunch, gives you a little excitement to your mouth. It's very appealing. I've never seen it served together before, but I hope it's not the last time. It's very good.
So that would be sort of a Chinese angle on.
Well, it's definitely Swedish with the sour cream. Just perks it up, gives it the right texture in your mouth.
You probably made a meatloaf or two in your life.
Yes. Good texture of the meatloaf. Surprised, it's very mild tasting for venison. Got a good tangy top on it. Excellent meatloaf. I'm sure the family would love this. Very good.
Do you think Garner would like it?
I don't know. Yeah, I think Garner would love it.
Yeah, I'm a lifetime member of the Clean Plate Club, you can see here. I'm really surprised about this, about the stroganoff recipe, though, because the water chestnuts, like John said, really make it a nice, crunchy sort of recipe. I'm surprised it's on rice. I would have preferred it because of my Swedish background. I think I would have preferred it on the noodles, but it is a great tasting venison taste, just excellent. The water chestnuts are super, and the sour cream, I love the sauce on it. The meatloaf, on the other hand, is excellent. It's not too dry, and it's like John said, I'm trying to figure out where the venison is in it. There's no.
Well, there's none on your plate.
It's well trimmed. It's a very well trimmed ground venison used in it.
Why'd you miss those couple pieces there?
I was going to remedy that. Actually, you said leave a little bit on the plate to show, and I was leaving just a very little bit. Excellent.
I watch Bob regularly testing Kathy's recipes on the show, and I wonder how he has enough time to stop eating to talk. It always amazes me. Look at the man. Well, my critique on both of these venison dishes are delicious, but where's the venison? I am surprised that we didn't have some recipe for chops or steaks or something a little different. Here we have dishes that are disguising the venison. The meatloaf is particularly good. It needs a little more moisture. We could have used a little more of that tomato sauce on it, I think. And the chestnuts and rice and the small bits of venison in here have added an embellishment that I find very flavorful. It's going to be hard to make a choice.
What was that, Mort and Neff? You want to vote for what?
Well, I think the appearance of the girl should be 50%. The appearance of the dish is 50.
You know, and people ask, how's Mort doing? You know, Mort's doing fine. Okay, let's start with Raj McCarville down here. It's between the meatloaf and the stroganoff. Raj?
I love the meatloaf, but the stroganoff got my vote.
Stroganoff got one vote. John McKenzie?
I'm voting with stroganoff also.
Uh-oh, two
Very
for the
good.
stroganoff. Bob Garner.
Even with the rice, the stroganoff.
Is that right?
That's right.
Flavor-wise, I would have voted for the meatloaf, but it wasn't quite moist enough, so my vote goes for the stroganoff.
What can I say? Well, you did it, Sue.
Great.
You pulled through with the stroganoff, a clean sweep on that, but I'm
Thank
sure,
you.
was it close?
Oh, yeah.
Close.
Okay,
close.
well, that's what I thought. We couldn't get any hint when they were discussing it.
No.
Well, that's good. Well, that's it. We got our winner in our venison category, which is Sue. Now, I want to
Sue
do something. We
Shoemaker
should
from
have a
Roscommon.
congratulations and
That's
a round of
great
applause, Neff, and
venison
we can
country
probably
with
put that in,
obviously
right?
great wildlife
Yeah.
chefs.
Congratulations. Welcome both
We
of you.
congratulate all our finalists. They're all winners. Their recipes were all top drawer. And all 10 finalists and their spouses will receive a complimentary weekend at Houghton Lake the weekend of April 15th. Coyle's Restaurant will host their dinner on Friday night, and if you've ever been to a Coyle's buffet, you know what we're talking about. All the peeled shrimp you can eat, carved sirloin of beef, a huge salad bar, desserts, breads, soups, a monstrous buffet of entrees. This is what Coyle's is famous for, and who knows, John McKenzie might have salmon lasagna on the buffet that weekend. After they fill up Friday night, they'll have a breakfast on Saturday morning at Barb's Restaurant on M55 and lunch hosted by the Limberlost right on the lake across from where we hold the outdoor fair in June. For dinner, it's Lamb's Pagoda, a new Chinese restaurant in Houghton Lake next door to Coyle's, just north of the State Police Post. And Sunday morning, if they can take any more food, they'll have Sunday buffet and brunch at Coyle's. All 10 finalists and their spouses will have their overnight accommodations for the weekend at the Sands Motel, luxurious rooms recently remodeled with cable TV and all the conveniences. They have a game room with a fireplace and a hot tub that's open year-round. The Sands has a nice beach on the west shore of Houghton Lake. Probably won't want to use it this weekend, though. And down just about 2 doors is our new hunting and fishing museum. It's between the Sands and Coyle's on Old 27 North. They'll meet Terry Place, manager of the museum. He often gives tours when he has time. Most of the mounts in the museum were done by Franklin Soltz, many years a Houghton Lake taxidermist who did unparalleled work during his many years in the taxidermy business. We're adding exhibits every month, a display of award-winning dioramas by members of the Michigan Taxidermist Association, and we want to make it the link in people's minds that a prime reason for hunting is to gather food. That's the real prize. That's where the venison for the stroganoff and the meat for our small game recipes comes from. Without hunting and fishing, we wouldn't be able to share in these bounties of nature. And believe me, life wouldn't be the same for many of us without fishing and hunting and wild game cookery. It's all tied together in the world of the outdoors and something we value highly. I want to thank our fine panel of judges, Mort, Neff, Bob Garner, John McKenzie, and Roger McCarville for making our annual fish and wild game cooking contest so entertaining. Of course, Kathy Beitler is behind the scenes, making it all happen so smoothly. John Ford on the camera and editing, and a big thank you to all the people who pitch in and help, especially you viewers who send us your recipes. Our 1989 cooking contest will be announced in the May-June issue of the Outdoor Digest. We'll be looking for more entries. And last but not least, a big thank you to the Michigan PBS stations who make Michigan Outdoors 52 weeks a year possible.